What's going on, everybody? My name is Bendy, and this is Disney Heroes Forums. So, today, I saw that we had some new patch notes yesterday that I have not looked at yet. It should be the big update of June as we go into the next month. And yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say, so I just want to get right on into it. If you guys like GeoGuessr, I just dropped a new GeoGuessr video yesterday. It's actually a new old one because it was like a 2-month-old recording. But if you want to check that out, I would definitely appreciate anybody that watches that. I'm trying to expand just beyond Disney Heroes just a little bit. So, also, I have a Discord. You can find it in a link in the description of all of my videos. I would love to have you over there. We'd love to chat about Disney Heroes and anything else that we can possibly chat about over there. And I would love to have as many people as possible over there. So, if you want to join a fun Discord of friendly Disney Heroes folks, you can do so right there. So, let's get into these patch notes. Welcome to Disney Heroes Battle Mode 4.1 Update. This release features Duff Killigan from Kim Possible and Milo Thatch from Disney's Atlantis. Ooh, we got a new Atlantis character. Very exciting, very exciting. Plus a number of improvements and bug fixes. So first we have Duff Killigan.
Are you ready to get duffed?
Awareness of Duff!
He is a backline damage hero on the blue team. Duff is going to be the next prize wall starting on June 30th. His white skill, Duff puts an explosive golf ball towards the furthest enemy. After reaching them, the ball explodes, applying shatter for a duration and dealing fantastic damage to all enemies in the area. So he's got shatter just like Shigo, so I guess we'll see if he's going to be just as OP as the rest of the Kim Possible squad. Green is going to be net score. Duff slams a special golf ball towards the furthest enemy, which splits into a net during flight. The enemy takes fantastic damage while also having their movement and attack speed reduced by 1% for a duration. If that enemy is shattered, they will be stunned for a duration instead of being slowed. So he plays around a little bit more with shatter. He's got attack and movement speed reduction, which is always good, and stun is also always good. We'll see how long all of this winds up being, but if it's anything more than like 5 or 6 seconds, it's definitely going to be pretty damn good. We got the blue skill double clubbed. Duff locks onto the furthest enemy and launches a barrage of golf balls at them, dealing fantastic damage over a duration. During this time, Duff is immune to disables. If the affected enemy is shattered or stunned, they also lose basic damage and skill power for a duration. So he has a very big chain reaction of things going on with his skills. So he's got the shatter, his green skill applies the stun, his blue skill applies the basic damage reduction and skill power reduction. His purple skill, Supergrass, when blind is applied to Duff, he will also be silenced, but in all other cases, he will be immune to silences. When Duff falls below 1% of HP, he plants grass around himself, which instantly heals him for 1% of his max HP, and then for another amount of HP over a duration. So this is interesting. He's going to be immune to silences, which is good, but he's also extremely weak to blind. So this actually gives blind a actual another use. If this guy winds up actually being really good, using blind against him to silence Duff here is going to be really helpful in countering him basically. So that's pretty much the big thing I get out of this, is he is immune to blind, but he is immune to silence, but blind is going to be a huge counter for this guy. And then his red skill we have for Duff's basic attacks now target the furthest enemy and deal an additional amount of fantastic damage. When Duff triggers Shatter on an enemy, he has a chance to stun that enemy for a duration. I thought the green skill made it so that shattered enemies get stunned automatically or something. Or is it just when he uses that skill? I don't know. I guess it's when you use the green skill that gets stunned, but I guess this makes it so that they also get stunned, they have a chance to. Each enemy can be stunned by this way once every X seconds. When enemies are KO'd, Duff gains attack speed for the rest of the wave. This attack speed can stack up to X times. So then we have his battle badge, which is going to be when stun is applied to enemies. He gains skill power and max HP per blue team ally, and he gets energized from the effect buff from being enhanced. Energized is probably the worst battle badge enhancement of all of them. I think that's the one that only gives them 200 energy, and it's just god awful. I feel like it's completely useless. I wouldn't recommend enhancing his battle badge pretty much. And he's got friendships with Pete and Ron Stoppable. Pete is an interesting one. but I guess they needed Pete to have another friendship or something. I feel like they'd try and give every character like 5 friendships that are like within, or something like that, like 4 or 5. But then we have Milo Thatch, which is very exciting. He is a backline support hero on the yellow team. Kind of looks like Jim Hawkins a little bit, but a little bit nerdier and older. He's going to be the July sign-in hero. So his white skill, he's got a passive white skill, which is instead of basic attacking, Milo Thatch reads his journal about a random one of 3 subjects: healing, shielding, or energy. When he reviews healing, he gains HP. When he reviews shielding, he gains shield HP. And when he reviews energy, he gains energy. That's a very interesting passive ability. I'm surprised it doesn't get applied to teammates though. Maybe it'll be later on in the reading, but it's interesting that he only does it to himself. But anyways, the active part of his white skill, Milo and all allies gain shield HP for a duration. The player chooses a disable common among enemies. Milo develops and shares a counter strategy for that disable. Milo and all allies become immune to that disable for a duration. The next time Milo or his allies ignore that disable within this duration, they also gain shield HP. So I assume this means that if you are not playing on auto, that you can actually pick which disable you want to become immune to. This is a super interesting thing. I'm guessing on auto, it must just pick something random among those that are available on the enemy team. But that's a super interesting white skill. Making his entire team immune to a single disable is very useful for a lot of situations. But his green skill is going to be Stunning Script. When an enemy studies or scares Milo or his allies, Milo stuns and studies that enemy for a duration. This can happen once every X seconds. So he counters being studied by studying the enemy, or scaring. Interesting. His blue skill, Bring into Focus, Milo gains Precise for a duration, studying all enemies for a duration, and deals fantastic damage to the closest enemy. He has Precise, which means that he counters invisibility, because Precise allows you to hit invisible enemies. And he's got Study also. It's interesting that he studies them, but then deals fantastic damage, because Study is the normal damage one that makes normal damage crit all the time. To each his own. I guess he has a potential scare on his green skill, so maybe that's what they were thinking there, but that's kind of strange. His purple skill, Tough Translations. During Milo's Here's the Plan passive, Milo now alternates between selecting a new subject, healing, shielding, or energy, and revisiting the previous subject. When revisiting the previous subject, Milo and all allies gain the benefit associated. So he's going to heal, shield, or give himself energy the first time, but then I guess revisits the plan, and then it gets applied to the rest of his team. I kind of expected him to have something where he applies the stuff from his white skill over to the rest of his team, because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for a support hero to only heal, shield, or give himself energy, so it makes sense. His red skill, according to the journal, each time Milo or an ally gains a shield from Here's the Plan, all enemies take normal damage. Each time Milo or his allies damage a studied enemy, they have a chance to gain basic damage and skill power for a duration. Milo and each ally can benefit from up to X simultaneous instances of these basic damages or skill power increases. I need to reread that because I was just reading that but not comprehending any of what I was just reading. Each time Milo or an ally gains a shield from Here's the Plan, all enemies take normal damage. Each time Milo or an ally damages a studied enemy, they have a chance to gain basic damage and skill power for a duration. Milo and each ally can benefit up to X simultaneous instances of these basic damage and skill power increases. So, interesting red skill. Doesn't sound particularly amazing of a red skill, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I guess it depends how much basic damage and skill power they gain from this. So, there you go. There is Milo and Duff. I watched Kim Possible, but I don't remember Duff. I don't think I remember Duff at all. Was he only in like a few episodes? Which is very possible. They've been coming out with more and more obscure characters, I feel like, lately. Underminer. Alright, so those are the 2 new characters joining us in July. The next thing we have is new email, newsletters, and promo codes. Starting with this update, there will be a new promos button among the options when you select the avatar in the community tab of the main menu screen. Enter and verify your email address to register for our newsletter, which will contain news updates, tips and tricks, and exclusive promo codes for in-game rewards. Stay up to date on what's happening in Disney Heroes Battle Mode. I will probably not be doing this, Disney Heroes, but I appreciate the sentiment. There will be a general promo code that everyone can use, but we will be sending exclusive codes to email subscribers. So I guess you get free stuff for signing up to the email thing. So I guess that's one kind of benefit. I'm probably still not going to do this, but who knows? Maybe it'll wind up being any good. It'll wind up being good. I'm sure it's going to be money deals. Maybe there'll be good deals though. Who knows? We got hero improvements and bug fixes. Fixed an issue where the knockback effects of Pete's attacks moved enemies in the wrong direction. Fixed an issue where Shigo's plasma beam skill had no effect on certain enemies. Fixed an issue where Prince Philip's victory animation did not always include sound. How dare they not have sound on that? I don't even know what the victory animation is, but I'm pissed about that. Restored a missing base max HP stat for Nick Wild. Good. I need my Nick to be as good as possible. Corrected the amount of shatter damage Anna can inflict. Anna, whichever one it is. Fixed an issue where Bagheera's allies could gain invisibility via his roar out skill after he had been knocked out. Fixed an issue where the Underminer could become unresponsive if there was no enemy to target after using his Undermined skill. I guess he's going to be back to normal now, being pretty mediocre. Fixed an issue where enemies affected by Kronk's pull the lever skill could still be targeted while off screen. Fixed an issue where Sarah Sanderson could cause the game to crash. So we got Battle Pass changes. We're reducing the price to unlock the Premium Battle Pass to be $15 rather than $25. We're also increasing the rewards on the Premium Pass to include more Red Skill chips and Hero chips. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm impressed that they are, 1, lowering the price, and 2, increasing the rewards. I guess, maybe no one was buying it at $25. I definitely was not going to pay $25 for that. It did not seem worth $25 to me. I might reconsider for $15, potentially. But yeah, $25 seemed like a bit much for less rewards than the original Battle Quest, whatever it was called thing, or the Premium Quest. I forget what it's called exactly, but the one they did before the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass before the Battle Pass. The rewards will scale the further you get into the Premium Pass, plus we've added hero chips to the free track. Please note that there will be a delay between the time the July Battle Pass begins and the price change. We have to change the price manually and don't want to have people waking up in the middle of the night to push buttons. Hero quests will be changing with the next prize wall. We're returning to purely prize wall tokens for Duff. What does that mean? Oh, like you get bonus rewards for doing the hero quests for prize wall. I think that's what that means. So now we're just only going to get prize wall tokens from doing those quests, which I guess kind of sucks, but you also get a lot of rewards from prize wall in general. So guild perks can now be collected using the collect all button in the mailbox. Yes! Yes! This is the biggest update of the day right here. Holy fucking shit. I don't have to sit there and click collect 20,000 times every single time I want to collect guild tokens. Oh, thank God. They finally updated that. Holy shit. Been way too long that they've had that sitting like that. Whew. Okay, I'm feeling real good about this update, guys. This is a good update. This is a good update. Descriptions for pierced and shattered combat statuses are updated to clarify the percent of damage taken by affected heroes. This does not change the functionality of the status, but adds more details in the description. Added clarity to the Battle Pass how to play about reward scaling with cap raises. We got some bug fixes. Fixed an issue where a player's total power could be displayed inaccurately in the ranking screen. Did they actually fix this time? This is like the 4th time you've tried to fix this, per blue. Is it actually going to be fixed? I need to know. Fixed an issue where some buttons in the arena appeared wider than intended. Fixed a display issue where selling credits would display a max of 2.15 billion gold, even when the player earned more than that. We got new hero locations. Duff is going to be the prize wall. Pacha is going to be the event exclusive hero. Snow White is going to be available in VIP crate. Namari and Daisy Duck will only be available in diamond crates. And we got the July sign-in and hero and shop refresh. Milo's going to be the July sign-in. We already know that. Prince Philip is only going to be available in the Battle Pass. Princess Aurora is going to be event exclusive in contest rewards. Horned King is going to be in City Watch crate. Void is going to be in Guild crate. Kronk will replace Fred in the City Watch shop. Ka is going to be in Creep Surge shop. Evil Queen is going to be in Arena shop. Fear is going to be in Coliseum shop. Mushu is going to be in Heist shop. And Randall is going to be in the Guild War shop. With this update, we will be removing the app from app stores in Belarus. Huh. Little clapback for supporting Russia, I see. Interesting. This is a full app update and is currently planned for Tuesday, June 28th. There we go, guys. That is going to be the new update. This is actually a pretty good update. Very exciting to see Milo finally join the game. He's the main character from Atlantis, so that's very exciting. I feel like I vaguely remember Duff. He looks very vaguely familiar, but he's definitely not somebody I see myself recognizing from Kim Possible, so we'll see how he is in the actual game. He could wind up being yet another really disappointing hero, but he is a prize wall hero, and prize wall heroes I feel like tend to be a little bit better. I don't really know why. There was some that were disappointing, like Underminer, but for the most part I feel like the prize wall heroes tend to be pretty good. Milo, he seems interesting. I don't know if his weird abilities are going to translate in actual battle, but he could wind up being the new best support in the game. He could wind up sucking. I feel like there's not really going to be much in between. Milo could definitely take over the game, especially making it so that allies become immune to one disable every single wave, which is pretty cool. Or every time he uses white skill, I guess. Not really for every single wave, but I assume if you're on auto, it probably just selects kind of the same disable over and over again. But anyways, both of these guys sound pretty good to me. I guess we'll see once they actually join the game, but pretty exciting update. I am the most excited about not having to click the guild wall thingies. That's what I'm most excited about. This is what I am most excited about in this update. I don't care about the new heroes. I don't care about the July. I don't care about the next prize wall. I don't care about anything else in this update except for this. This shit has pissed me off for way too long, and I am gonna get out of here. So, peace. 3, 4, 5. How did you go down?
何お前は